Mr. Webster, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Professor, are the rates paid for water and wastewater treatment? Are they way low, medium, too high, or is it a mix?
Thank you for the question. I think the answer depends on where you are and who you ask. I think in many communities, we have what's considered reasonable water and sewer rates, but many people struggle. And I think one of the challenges of setting affordable rates is that in many places, the cost of water itself is very, very cheap. And the cost of the infrastructure, the energy to move the water is what's very expensive. So often rates are structured in a way that I've seen recommendations that say, make your fixed costs of your infrastructure the base rate for all your ratepayers, and then the cost of water, your flexible costs go beyond that. So often what we have is, for somebody who uses very little water, it's very expensive for them to just even get in the game and turn on water at their home. And if we were able to have more sliding rates that recognized very low usage of water, had very low water costs, I think we could see a more equitable system and have the larger water users actually paying a more equitable cost of their burden on the system.
So should the federal government get engaged in any way in setting rates?
I think that there we're talking about a federalism issue where that rate setting has been a local issue and a state level issue. And unlike with energy where we have public utility commissions, often water rates are Wild West, kind of all over the place. But I think the federal government can provide incentives to good policies at a local level by tying federal monetary support to policies that support water affordability at a local level.
So that would be like a shared expense. The better you do, the better the federal government will do.
I think we can reward systems that end up well structured to deal with both affordability and Clean Water Act compliance issues.
Does the diversity play into that somewhere? I mean, I think about Florida, there's water, it's almost like a wetland. And so, especially in the middle of South Florida, and so you can dig down a few feet, maybe 5 feet, and there's water, as opposed to other places. Now, certainly it needs to be cleaned up or whatever, but however, the point is when you do septic tanks or something like that, then there's a difference than if they were done in some other state. So does the topology play a role in that?
Yes, absolutely. And as Ms. Flowers' testimony demonstrated, there's no one-size-fits-all solution for every community. We need to look specifically at what engineering solutions will work and what makes sense for local communities.
So, but that affects rates too. There may be a simple way to do it in one part of the country and a little more complex in another part of the country. Is that true?
I would agree with that, yes.
Okay. Yield back.